Not for me.
And to know you is hard, we wonder.
Alright guys, so these are the center motor mounts for the engine. They have little arrow keys on them to let you know which way should be towards the front of the bike. So these just go right here on each side, and then they're going to hold the top of the engine in place once you get it bolted down.
To know you all wrong, we were.
Instead, like on traditional bikes where you have the suspension on the rear of the bike, on here the suspension is a single shock, a monoshock, and it runs from the center of the frame back to the rear swing arm. So it's a single monoshock design instead of a two rear shock design. Apparently it's supposed to make for a super stable bike because the recoil, I guess, or whatever, the pressure you get back from when you hit bumps is going to go right to the center of the bike and keep it a lot more level rather than going to the back of the bike and constantly hitting the bike upwards from bumps. It'll just go to the center of the bike. That's what I read. I'm not sure if it's true, but yeah. So let's continue with this assembly. I'm probably getting in over my head here, but that's a beginning kind of look as to what the bike may look like when it's all said and done. There. Just an idea. Nothing too crazy yet. Obviously we gotta have tires and stuff on it, which are gonna give it more of a look than anything, but close. Not really. There's so much stuff that I'm thought I had that I don't have, that I'll have to try and source, like the handlebars. I was 100% sure I had those handlebars and the top triple fork or the triple clamp, but I definitely don't have it, or I don't know where I put it, so I'm gonna have to find that as well. But yeah, not bad. Let's keep going. This part is called being impatient. It's where you got zero patience. There's one motor mount right there. There's a second motor mount right there. There will be one more motor mount up here that's off of this plate, so that plate goes in like that. Hopefully you guys can see. It'll be in like that. That'll be our last motor mount. Yep, so that is how to be very impatient when you're assembling a bike. Yeah, don't even worry about the forks being tightened, rear suspension, rear LCA, or rear swing arm, I guess, handlebars, seat, You don't need any of that stuff. Just bolt the engine in right away. Be impatient. It's okay. Jeez. We're getting there. I just gotta find the rest of the bolts for the stuff. That's the airbox right there. Those two things connect to the carburetors. That rear shock goes to that over there. Tires on, gas tank, handlebars, electrical. It's cool. On this bike, that red fill cap is actually oil, and then that line goes to where is it? This is your fuel. There it is. So that oil line on the side of the bike, on cars you have an oil, you have like you know, put it into your oil pan, but on this bike it goes like this. There. Like that. Like that. Fill your oil. This whole thing fills with oil. Comes through here, down into your crankcase. Need new fuel lines, fuel filter. This is just a breather, I'm pretty sure. Throttle cables. This bike, this is the clutch cable here for the clutch lever. See, it goes into the transmission right here. This is for these wires and plugs are for the stator in the bike that's right here. I'm gonna need a new stator, I'm 99% sure. Yeah, so that's it for now. Engine's in. I'm gonna find the bolts for these so I can tighten these forks down. Find the handlebars so I can tighten it down up here and actually get this looking more and more like a motorcycle than this. Get that rear swing arm on, and yeah, all I'm doing is just torquing everything down, all the motor mounts. Okay, so I don't have any of the mounting bolts for this rear swing arm. There's one that goes there, and then there's one that goes down in there. It comes in. See right here? Oh, hang on. There you go. So there's one that goes through here, through the entire bike to the other side, and that bolts in the LCA and the motor and everything, but I don't have that bolt, nor do I have the upper bolt, so I'm gonna have to figure out where those are and bolt them. But all this dirt and stuff you guys see, all this stuff here on the carbs, on the cylinder head, all that I'm gonna wire brush off with the wire wheel and kind of get it cleaned up so it doesn't look so dirty. I might paint the rear LCA or the rear swing arm because it looks kind of crappy and I want it black. But yeah, so this is the headlight and turn signal bracket assembly. And this also holds the, oh, that needs a washer. This also holds the gauges. I also need to find those handlebars. I was not able to find the handlebars nor the triple tree. It's called triple tree. But I found one. They're not too expensive. It sucks to buy parts that you think you probably have, you just can't find. But I don't know, we'll see. I might just have to. I know I have it. I've seen it. I know I've seen it. Okay. Front brake lever out of the way, speedo. Those go there. Now, originally, like I said, this is the light bulb for it. So it's like that. But what I think I'm gonna do is what I'll do is maybe take one of these. Take one of these and Jesus, hang on. And do that. I know everyone does this to motorcycles, and hardly any motorcycle ever really pulls it off, but I kind of like it. I could always do two of them, which I don't really want to do, but I think one looks okay. And it's way brighter. I just have to figure out how to mount it. I could always mount it higher up, like up there. Like up there. Don't fall. I don't know. I haven't been getting much feedback on this video, so I don't know if you guys even like this or hate it or even care, but we might run that for a bit. It's a lot more sleek, aerodynamic. I have all the parts thrown on just so they're not out in the way. But, yep.
I'm coming up only to...
Alright guys, so I'm reupholstering, or not reupholstering, I am redesigning the seat here. It had this huge extra piece of foam and stuff on it, so I cut that off and I'm reshaping it how I want it on the bike. So this isn't too difficult. You could definitely do this yourself if you just have a couple hand tools and a regular staple gun. Just got to pay attention to how you make sure everything is tight. Can't really get it too wrong. You just don't want to have a bunch of overlap showing out on the outer edge. You want to make sure it's all flat, because even the backside right here, that's going to be showing. That's going to be where the seat ends, so you're going to want to make sure it's all smooth. and no wrinkles.
Be down for her. And coming up only to show you wrong.
So that's where I'm gonna end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to tune in next Sunday for the next part of the build series on this motorcycle, where I might just clean things up from now until that next video, but that's pretty much it. It'll be part sourcing, and yeah. So see you guys in the next one. Make sure to subscribe, share with all your friends so they can check out this build. Yeah, see you guys later.